Yep. Let's continue PySpark for AWS data engineering. In that, let's first PySpark program in interactive mode using PySpark cell. Uh, Let me open command prompt. Okay, type PySpark. It will start PySpark and opens a Python cell. We call this cell is a PySpark cell. Here we can write any PySpark commands. So here, important points. Once you start this command, once you execute this command, you can see Spark context is created with variable called SC, and Spark session is created with variable called Spark. So Spark context, Spark session is created automatically when you start PySpark in interactive mode. Okay. Now here I am writing first PySpark program. In this PySpark program, I am going to create a RDD by loading a file and displaying count and displaying all rows and few rows. So I am creating RDD by loading local file. Let me show you sc.text file. Text file is a predefined function. For this, we path a input path location. Let me open C drive. In C drive, there is a datasets folder. In this, there is another folder called PySpark. Here, let me open comment file. This is my comment file. Let's say I am writing Spark AWS and blue and then AWS, and then HDFS. I'm changing with this one is blue, and I'm changing HDFS with Athena, and Lambda. Okay, this is my comment file. Okay, it contains how many rows? 4 rows with multiple words. So here, first I'm creating RDD for reading that local file. Then this RDD contain different functions. Let's say RDD one.count function. This count function returns number of rows in that RDD. How many rows are present? 4 rows, right? Now I want to display all rows. Then you can see uh, this collect function. So here per row, per row in rdd1.collect, then press enter, then print row. Okay, we have 4 rows, right? 4 rows, right? And these rows, this select function reading these rows in a collection form. For loop is going to read row by row, row by row, row by row in each iteration. Then we are printing each row. Let me press enter. Then press enter. You can see 4 rows are printed. Another requirement is instead of collect, we have a function called take and specify how many rows you want. I want 2 rows. Then I'm using print row. So it is going to print 2 rows. Okay. So in this, what we do, we print. Yes. Collect function returns all rows. Take function returns a specified number of rows. Yes. Hmm, correct. So for loop iterates collection values, right? It iterates row by row. How many rows we got, it will iterate each row. Yeah. So we have discussed count function. It is returned number of rows in RDD, and collect function returns all rows. We printed all rows. Take function returned two rows. We printed two rows. Okay. So clear writing this first example.